Hello, witch folk. Welcome to our coven.
We're Angels on Broomsticks. We're a mother-daughter duo.
And we love the makeup.
I'm Kristen.
And I'm Evangeline. And today is the first day of our very special makeup series,
where we're going to do our makeup and talk about, and just like that.
Yes. The new Sex and the City reboot.
Yeah. I hope you guys are watching it. If not, you can still join in, because it's not going to be totally, something that you're going to have FOMO over, because I know a lot of people don't watch it, but those who do definitely stay with us.
Also, this is in the style of our Witches, Bitches, Martinis, and makeup session. So we have a cocktail of the day, Cosmos, obviously.
I've already gone into mine.
And then we're featuring some makeup by Mario, because you have a lot. I've been meaning to try out some makeup by Mario. We've got the Master Mattes, the Master Metals, which I'm not going to hold up because they're sort of like all messy.
Yeah.
And then some contour
and blush. Lipstick, and I got the brush.
A nice
That's
brush.
what we've got, and we're going to do our foundation. Anyway,
let's get started. Spoilers, spoilers.
Well, I don't think it's like, the biggest mystery now.
Everybody knows.
Peloton. So let's start from the beginning.
Okay.
So excited.
Oh my God. Where do we even start? How do we even start?
Well, okay, so it came on Thursday, and I was like, we're filming this Monday. Mm-hmm. I've seen it now 12 times, both episodes. And when I say 12, I'm going to probably say it was more than that. No, kidding. I kept trying to watch other things, and I couldn't.
Yeah.
And I know a lot of people found it problematic, because, I'm of the age of the girls. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. And I know people were texting me, a certain person, and I went on Facebook and it's like, this show sucks, it's garbage, it's hot garbage. Well, you know what? It's not Sex in the City. It's called And Just Like That. And let's just start by saying it's a new show.
Okay.
And my whole thing when Sex and the City ended and they weren't going to do the movies and Samantha's gone, I had a huge fantasy about fan fiction. Let's do it about the, Rose and Lily and Brady.
Yeah, all the kids.
And it's happening.
Yeah.
And it's even happening better because 3 of the girls are back. Samantha isn't, as you know. And whatever. I don't give a fuck, to be honest. I don't care. We're having a whole new show. There's a whole new group of characters that are being introduced. Yes, the beginnings, there's things in the plot in the beginning that are very awkward.
Yes. It's post-COVID, which I always find, now this has happened in a couple shows, it's a little awkward and heavy-handed when people are trying to introduce COVID as something that's happened. So that's introduced, fine, whatever. Everybody's still with their same partners.
Carrie and Big, Charlotte and Harry, Miranda and Steve. Mwanda and Steve.
You're making fun of his voice?
No, he's Mwanda. Now he's Mwanda. He's deaf, apparently.
Yeah, why is he deaf? There's some awkward moments that, look, I liked it for the most part. I did. I really enjoyed it. But there's a couple awkward things, why is Steve deaf? Someone made a funny, comment, you're acting like these people are in their 80s. They're just in their 50s. There's a couple things, they're really not that old.
I'm those ladies' age.
Yeah.
Am I deaf? No.
But you're a little blind, I guess.
I am blind. Anywho, the beginning is they're going for brunch, and, they're just sort of recapping things and Bitsy Von Muffling. Remember the character when they went to the Hamptons and she got married to the gay guy? Doesn't she know he's gay? So anyway, that character, she kind of comes in, and that's where they get to spew out what's going on.
Mm-hmm.
Where's Samantha? Well, she's not with us, but she's not dead, but she went to London to do things, and then we realized Carrie and her had a falling out.
Which, okay, do you think that would have really happened? Because
not IRL. No. She got mad because she fired her. Yeah. There's no freaking way. They should have done it as more nuanced, we had a falling out as a friendship, not being the great book writer you are. Because nobody's a great book writer anymore. Even though, I'm going to tell you.
What?
Well,
No one's a great book writer anymore?
not really. They're doing other things. Because this is what I want to point out. The new writers on the show, Samantha Irby, who is my favorite writer of all time, who wrote books and blogs, she's writing on the show.
Yeah. So exciting.
And it's like, you don't get, fame, fortune from writing books anymore.
Oh,
the way you
yes,
used
true.
to. Maybe that was in the 50s.
Speaking of blind, you've got a lot of foundation here.
So, Samantha Irby. New writers on the show. They're pumping in new life.
Yeah.
It's a new show. New characters.
Weren't you saying that some people of your generation had complaints like it was trying to be too modernly woke or something? Which I might agree with a little.
Yeah, that could be. So the character of Miranda, she's she was in corporate law, now she's going back to school. Charlotte
seems really sort of frivolous to me now.
I
Really?
always thought she's frivolous.
Well, a little bit, but I think of her in some of the earlier seasons. I thought she was kind of cool. She worked in an art gallery, and she even had a bit of a sultry voice at the beginning. Now she's just every second like this.
Yeah, they shouldn't have had those movies because they kind of ruin it because that's what she was like in the movies.
In the movies.
Crazy hysterical.
They're writing her very, hysterical, very
But she's
shallow.
completely narcissistic.
Yeah.
I think everyone's narcissistic because I'm in therapy, but she in particular, because her daughter's going at the
Manhattan School of Music. Her daughter's performing there, and she's doing.
She buys them Oscar de la Renta dresses. Both her daughters, because there's Lily, her adopted daughter, and Rose, the daughter she had after she adopted Lily. That was the whole thing. Can you come to the Manhattan School of Music? And but Carrie's also she doesn't want to hear about the kids in general.
Yeah, what is with Carrie in the first sort of scene they're having brunch and she's dismissing everything they said, and Miranda's did you hear what I said?
Miranda slipped on her son's condoms. So in Sex and the City, everyone was having sex, but and just like that, the only person having sex, and we watched 2 episodes, is Brady, who's 17.
Yeah.
Except for Big, who was, that's another. He didn't have, was.
Are you well? What are you doing?
Remember, Big was going to masturbate in front
that.
of her, and he didn't. He just,
you're not finishing your sentences.
Yeah, well, I just didn't want to, spoiler alert, Big masturbating. Because, that's him on the Peloton, really.
Yes.
We all know that. True. Anyway, we all know what happens. Peloton has not made it a secret. I'm going to contour now.
Okay, so Miranda's plotline, she's going back to school, and she enters this class of, younger students. Forget exactly what the class is, but she's just fumbling, making sort of silly remarks, embarrassing herself a little. But honestly, I feel like everyone's just being really mean to her. And she walks into the class as an older woman, and it's the class falls silent and looks at her. That would not happen at a professional university. There's people of all ages in classes. I don't understand that.
Yeah, she's only in the classroom, and that's sort of a very nuanced kind of subject matter she's going into. So there would definitely be, Miranda's 55. There would definitely be a 40-year-old in there.
I don't know why everyone's acting so weird that she's there. Is it because they think she looks like a Karen? Apparently.
Yeah, so
even then, I don't think that would happen.
She's being accused of being a Karen, basically, but nobody's saying it out loud.
Yeah.
But a woke Karen, which is scarier than a racist Karen,
Well, and I guess that's maybe a point where it's seeming a little heavy-handed with trying to be modern, and it's someone's quick with the pronouns. I just feel it's you can be very woke as a show without being really heavy-handed with it,
Mm-hmm.
So I'm curious where it's going to go just from the beginning, and I think they're trying to, Miranda talks about, in this climate, I'm scared of saying the wrong thing, and then, of course, I say all the wrong things, and it's understandable statement, but at the same time,
she's lived in New York. She lived in Brooklyn, but that's New York. She's 55.
Yeah.
I live in Toronto. And I wouldn't make those mistakes,
Or like even if you did pronoun someone, though,
Yeah.
like the people, it's not the worst thing to do. It's very common error people do, and we're still learning. And I think that our society has a lot of room for that. So it's very like closing Miranda off and putting her in this weird box.
It was closing her off. That's exactly right. And it's like making us, wonder about her. But one thing about her is she's seemingly becoming an alcoholic.
Yes. What's with that? Why? Is she unhappy? I don't think so.
Well, she went before her. No, it was when Big died. Oh, sorry.
Okay, Big dies. Yes, we all
Big
know
dies.
that.
Okay.
You
That was
don't
in
have
the
to
next-
hide it.
No, but she went to get a drink before school when Lily had her performance. She brought wine. People
In a purse.
in a purse.
Because you would do that, though.
People. We did it all the time. We brought in Ziploc bags. We went to children's everything. Those Gatorades you thought we were drinking while you freaking ran around a track? No, they had vodka in them.
How do you put liquid in a Ziploc bag?
Well, I was told this by somebody. Like anyway, you could do it. You liquid and then you put a straw. Like a...
Oh, that looks way more sketchy than just like putting it in a thermos or something.
No, we Ziploc bag.
That's so sketchy.
We did it all the time
Yeah.
for everything.
That's understandable. And I don't think her necessarily doing that is like, oh, she's such an alcoholic, but it's just showing another instance where she's sort of having, I'll call it, a slightly, at least society says, unconventional.
Okay, what do you think about the fashions?
Oh, yeah. I like the fashions in this one. They're very, like, fashionable, but in a realistic way, unlike the second movie.
Oh, the movies were unrealistic.
The second movie
Where you
was
had to, like,
so-
practically get a slave to hold your dress up.
Yeah. They were all wearing these crazy gowns, whereas
Yeah.
the fashion in this, I really
Yeah,
like it. It's
no,
like,
I loved it. I loved Carrie's outfit in the very first scene. She's wearing two purses, and she's wearing, like, a jumpsuit that's almost like a long dress,
Yes.
but it's pants.
That's my favorite outfit.
Yeah,
of
I think it was
this first
stunning.
episode. That was my favorite one. I was gonna point that out. Of course, Charlotte's style. I do not like Charlotte's style at all.
I don't like Charlotte's style at all. Either.
Who does?
But Miranda's dress, I think it was Dries Van Noten, in the first scene. It's a colorful V-neck thing. Anyone can wear. You can belt it. You can not belt it. You can drink and then bloat up, and it'd be fine.
Oh, good. That's always what you need in an outfit.
Yeah. What is this, a bloat up outfit? I think so. And then so then Carrie, she's no longer writing, or we don't really know for sure, but like she's a podcaster. But it seems like her first episode of the podcast. So what do you think
No,
of that?
it's not. It definitely isn't her.
Well,
first
it made it
episode.
out like, Carrie, do you masturbate? I would be like I'm sexually open. I'd be like, I don't know what I'd say to that.
I
Well,
mean-
of course, sometimes. But that's a boring answer.
Yeah.
But what do you think of Shay?
I mean, I don't know Shay yet. I mean, I like them.
I like Shay.
but
I don't like that
Claire,
guy.
Claire
The
hated
cis.
Shay.
Oh, I don't like the cis man.
No, he's fucking stupid.
He's gross.
I've got a greasy base today, everybody. I'm having troubles. Speaking of troubles, I've been wearing masks nonstop all weekend
Because she's in Santa's village.
for like basically 12 hours. So I am breaking out like crazy from the stupid masks.
And can you tell what Santa doesn't do?
Drink.
No. Urinate.
Oh yeah, our Santa never goes to the washroom the whole time, which is almost 12 hours. So we wonder if he has a diaper. But I don't know. Yeah, anyway. Breaking out, greasy base. This is what's happening to me right now. These
need
are
that.
very blendable, very creamy, nice. First time trying that. Yeah, Claire really doesn't like Shay.
Why?
She finds
I love
them annoying.
Oh.
I like them. In the second episode,
Yes.
it seems like Miranda and Shay have
Yes,
some
they're going to totally
chemistry.
have the bone.
Really?
Yeah.
Is that what's wrong with Miranda? Is that why she's an alcoholic? Because they're setting...
She's born
her
as
up to
Steve,
be-
and he's deaf, and he's boring. Like, I always loved
always
Steve.
loved Steve.
But he's so tiny and Miranda-y. Okay, but what's cute is Big Deister. During the podcast, when we see Carrie, she's wearing the Heart of the Ocean necklace from the Titanic.
Yeah.
And it's really apparent, like, you can't not see it. So there's obviously foreshadowing. Because then, I don't know if it's the next day or the, following days. But then Lily's recital, Big, stays home to go on his Peloton with his girlfriend, Allegra. And it's cute, right? Like...
What, the Peloton?
Yeah, the Peloton and his little Allegra.
Okay.
Like, it's a nice marriage. It looks nice, these two have. He's got a Peloton in their big apartment. It's literally in their closet, though.
It's in their, bathroom.
Can you imagine?
Closet.
It's gorgeous.
Yeah.
Anyway, so while she's at the recital, Lily, who turns out to be a killer piano player.
Killer piano player.
He's, on his Peloton, and he... cut. Then he's going to go in the shower, and then he turns the shower on, which is like some kind of weird shower that takes over the whole room.
Mm-hmm.
Isn't it interesting? And then he drops his phone. He says, "Let's go to the Hamptons tonight, honey." Click on his phone, but his phone drops because he's like dies very, very Shakespearean style. Well, he doesn't die; he collapses. And then when she comes home, he's, dying. And then everyone at home, while you're watching the show, Carrie, call 911.
Yeah.
Carrie? What the hell?
I'm not going to lie. When I was first watching this moment and she's staring at him, and he's staring at her with holding his arm, and he's dying, I was thinking, Carrie! Grab your phone. I did think that for sure. But
every human being on planet Earth who watched the show, Carrie.
Call 911 now. But of course, it's in the moment, you're seeing something and you're not sure what you're seeing quite yet. It's are they okay? What's going on? Because he's looking at her, and then she realizes, and then obviously he dies right then and there. I'm sure she called the ambulance. We just
but she kind of kisses him goodbye, just like Rose in the Titanic said goodbye. To Jack.
Yeah, all that
she
to
goes,
say...
John! Which is a derivative from Jack, by the way. John! She never says his name. So when she does, it's very jarring.
It's very serious.
It was very well acted.
Yes. But yeah, I had been saying, she's wearing the Heart of the Ocean necklace. Reminds me, is that her impending doom, losing her lover? And then, of course, if you look in comment sections on, Instagram and stuff about that necklace, everyone's she's just like Rose. She should have called 911.
Selfish
just
bitch.
Rose should have moved over on that floating raft and let Jack on. Which, at the end of the day, none of this is these ladies' faults, but people love to say that, right?
It's always the ladies' fault.
Yeah, I know.
Anywho, he died, and that was episode 1.
Yeah. And
then episode 2, the first thing we see is little Brady having intercourse with his girlfriend. And you hear this, "Run him, cowboy!" And I swear it was Steve. It wasn't.
No.
It wasn't. But Steve, then the camera goes boop, 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 and you see Steve lying on the bed doing... He hears his son having sex. So he does have hearing. Maybe it's selective. And so Miranda comes in from whatever, and she said, "Don't you hear them?" And he goes, whatever he does in his little,
Brian hates Steve's voice because he's seen me watch Sex and the City many times, and he's I hate that guy's voice. I don't mind it. It's kind of funny. But it is a very specific voice.
Yeah, Miranda.
He has a lisp or something.
No, he's got a Miranda. Anyway, they're having sex. Her son is having sex. Which we knew from the very first scene because she steps in those greasy condoms.
Ew. Gross. That would be really gross.
It's disturbing.
I'm just playing with these mats, just different tones.
Me too.
There's a lot of similar tones, but I kind of like a palette like that, where you can just add just slightly more depth,
Me too. I don't even have a plan, but...
No, I'm just going to be neutral, I think, and I'm going to try one of those metallics.
Mm-hmm.
The second episode's mostly just it's Big's funeral and all that.
But they finally found a funeral home that was groovy enough.
Such a weird funeral.
And it was this stark white thing, with stark white chairs. and his like nice wood coffin, and there's this overflowing flower arrangement of orchids. And she's like, I said no flowers. Well, she didn't say it, but like, who are they from? to the lesbians who run the place. And I say, oh, it's from this person. And it's love Samantha. So, oh.
But also, yeah, Samantha would have been there.
Why would you not want flowers? Like, it was so stark.
I know.
You needed something. Jesus Christ.
I know. What a strange vision.
Yeah, what a vision.
Okay, so why do you think they killed off Big? Is it because we want to see Carrie dating as an older lady? Like, because obviously this first 2 episodes is just like setting up what's
Maybe it
happen.
had to do with the actor not wanting to be.
I don't think so.
You don't?
Oh.
Maybe he didn't want to be in it.
But
Well, we don't. Who wants
see...
to watch that? I can't watch Carrie and Big. Boopy doo boop boop boop. Todd Rundgren. Hello, it's me.
We can't watch Carrie and Big be happy for episodes.
No.
It's true.
No.
So it's like, what can happen at this point with their constantly dramatic relationship? I guess dying makes sense.
And plus, I'm looking forward to episodes with, like, I love the character Lisa, and she has the most grooviest jewelry. That's Charlotte's new best friend from the school.
Oh, yeah.
Like, and obviously there's something going on with Miranda's professor because they're trying IVF. So we've got that to look forward to.
Yeah.
And we've got Miranda's obviously going to, come out as a late lesbian. Hello. Should I?
Come out as a late life lesbian? Probably, because men are trash.
My hair is short enough.
It is.
My hair is short enough to be a late life lesbian.
Yeah, I think they want to show, like, Carrie dating again or something. Like, it's true. We can't just watch people be happy.
But I think they want to also expand. Like, my vision of fan fiction is true.
Yeah.
I think they want to do the younger people, Lily and Rose and Brady.
Yeah.
I'm interested.
I'm really excited for the next episode. Because obviously the whole series isn't going to be Carrie, like, grieving. That would be boring as fuck. I hate when shows harp on too long about people, like, either recovering or grieving. It's happened before in shows. And it's like, oh my God, can we move on from this,
Well, they're going to have to deal with Stanford.
Yeah, we were wondering about that. Because he had passed the actor, like, mid-filming. So what are they going to do? Is he going to die too in the show? I'm going to try a little bit of one of these metallics. Do you have to mixology them?
No, you don't. I'm going to mixology mine, though. I've created a space, and I'm going to do the silver one.
Turn the copper one. Oh, I don't know if I like that with what I did. Merp. Hi, son. This is who I gave birth to. I gave birth to him. He's my son.
What was, like, the tone of the show, like, it's a comedy, right? So, because I know a lot of people, it just saddens me that so many people hated it. Like, one of the things that was a relief for me was when Carrie earnestly asked Big to masturbate.
Yeah.
And they were, will you masturbate for me? It almost looked like a, softcore porn. And he even had a weird face.
Yeah.
And then he just said, oh, this is some Bridgerton shit. And I was like, thank God.
Laughed it off.
'Cause I don't want to see that.
This Makeup by Mario complexion products are a little greasier than I expected.
That's what you said. You said they were like Tower 28, and I don't like that.
A little bit. Like, maybe I just put too much glowy base on, but I didn't think so.
Sure. I wear it in the mornings, and that's the only contoury, bronzery thing I like.
Also, I don't know, maybe it's just highlighting the fact that I have a breakout right now. Ugh.
Ooh, look. So I made it into cream, and it's very, very shiny.
Yeah, so with the Makeup by Mario, if anyone doesn't know, like, these metallics, it comes with a little spatula, and you break them up, and you can put this mixology thing and make them into really, really
high shine.
High shine, yeah. So I'm mixing up the pinky metallic. I'm curious to try it, so I did it. Oh, whoa.
How am I looking?
Good, smoky.
And another thing about the funeral, we were introduced to a new character, Big's secretary.
Oh, yeah.
Who obviously is going to deliver some news, because she said, and it's played by Brenda Vaccaro, 70s star.
Oh.
She was a big actress in the 70s. And wasn't Stanford so rude?
To her?
Yeah.
Yes.
It was embarrassing and weird.
Very rude.
And also Big's brother, who, what the hell? That guy's an actor too, and he's randomly put in there. But neither here nor there. Big's secretary, and that's what she likes to be called, is gonna, we have to go over some papers, Carrie.
Are you sure that that's gonna be a plot line?
Oh, yeah.
Really?
I bet you,
What?
and this is a prediction, there's something to do about Nijinsky or Natasha or whatever her name is.
Oh,
Because she's back.
You can't. If you call her Nijinsky, no one's gonna know. I was wondering about her. Why she wasn't
Carrie
at the
called her
funeral.
Nijinsky.
Yeah, Nijinsky or whatever her name is. The idiot stick figure with no soul.
Oh, that's sad. That's mean. I don't like that.
Yeah. Well,
She just wanted to marry a man and have a nice life in the Hamptons. Somebody thinks she might have a baby with Big that they don't know about.
What?
I heard that.
I don't think so. What
Wouldn't
the
that be
fuck?
fun?
That wouldn't make any sense.
Ooh.
What?
What?
No.
Why?
That wouldn't.
Somebody
no.
said it. I didn't.
What's the
It's not
point
my
in
theory.
introducing? I don't believe that.
For fan fiction in 2040.
Okay. I think I need to put mascara on because I'm overworking this look.
Okay. Let's reconvene. Talk to you later.
I don't like what I did here.
I like what I did.
It was a day of not paying attention to what I was doing.
We're so excited about the show. I hope you guys like the show. If you didn't like the show, watch it more than once.
Yeah, I've watched it like 3.5 times
I
now.
watched it more than 12.
Yeah, I'm just really excited for the next episode. I just want to see where things are going to go. What's going to happen? How are we going to adjust
I'm excited by the
things?
new characters, to be honest.
Yeah. Yeah. I'm trying this makeup by Miranda, and you're trying Jessie.
I notice you have a new way of putting your lipstick on. Pat, 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 pat.
I've always done that since I've worn lipstick in my whole life.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh.
I blot it on.
Oh, okay.
How do you do it? I don't like to smear it on because then it gets too thick. Okay, what was your favorite part so far of the series? And then your least favorite part?
It's all Miranda for me. Like my favorite and my least, because she's my favorite character and she's going through something like insane to me.
Mm-hmm.
And yet I'm not sure I like how they're treating her. Well, I know I don't like how they're treating her. The writers.
I agree.
Yeah. So that's interesting to me. Carrie is Carrie. By the way, the grieving process is different for everybody. And, this is going to be just a bit of heaviness. Like, the fact that Carrie wasn't crying and wasn't hysterical
Oh, yeah.
means to me that, this is actually real. Like, it wasn't like when she was, left at the altar or something like that where there was something she couldn't control. And this is something it's part of her process. And I'm going to respect that. Like, that makes sense to me. Yeah, so what I liked about it, what I didn't like about it was the same thing.
Yeah. I agree. The Miranda plotline, she's my favorite. She's always been my favorite. Something wacky's going on there.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Carrie said something interesting in the second episode when after Big's funeral she says, well, at least that's behind me now. And I really felt like she was referring to more than just the funeral.
Mm-hmm.
It felt like she was referring to that part of my life.
Yeah.
Well, that's behind me now in a really sad way.
Yeah.
But yeah, it just felt like it was closing that whole chapter of her life.
Really?
It was really sad.
Yeah, it's something it's melancholy. It's really hard to resuscitate a show that had been so iconic and then put it in modern day terms, with the COVID and, everybody's aged, they look like me. It's hard, and whatever you guys think about it, everybody has an opinion, and we'd love to hear what you think about the show.
Yeah.
Definitely leave comments if you watched it.
If you watched it, yeah.
If you didn't watch it,
Sorry.
what else are you watching? I don't like that show that everyone's telling me to watch, Succession, because it's just ugly gray men.
Oh, yeah.
Walking
I don't
around.
watch that. Oh, I started watching the new...
They're great.
No, not that one. The movie with Kristen Stewart as Princess Diana. It's really weird.
Oh, I want to see that.
Spencer. It is really weird. Her accent's really weird. Like, she's...
Awkward.
It's honestly not even the Britishness of it. She actually seemed to do a pretty good job at that. It's like, she's like pushing her voice like this. Like, she's always trying to whisper. And it's like, why are you talking like that? I had to put subtitles on, and I don't like subtitles. I couldn't understand what she was saying. I had to put subtitles on. Like, what? So I looked at Princess Diana in an interview to see how she sounded, and she did not sound like that. She's a little bit demure and whispery, but not like how...
Oh, she's not good at it. Okay. I heard she was going to get an Oscar.
She probably is.
Well,
I like Kristen Stewart. I like Twilight. I did not. I don't know. I haven't finished it, but it's bizarre.
I started watching The Great again, and it's great. And what else are you guys watching? Anybody? Anybody out there?
Is there anybody out there?
It's Christmas season, so the Hallmark movies are on, and our son Freddie, yeah, he worked on one.
Yeah.
We don't remember what it's called.
Okay, I actually liked this kind of choice of lip. It's kind of fun. Just like this pink doesn't blend with those tones. I don't know what it's doing there. Whatever, it's fine. Yeah, so we'll definitely be back for when we see the next episode. Yeah, really excited to see where things go after this whole sad part is beyond them. Yeah, let us know in the comments down below if you've seen it. If you haven't, just watch it. Just do it. Just like that. Just do it.
Yeah, just like that. And just like that. And just like that, we're going to say goodbye.
Yeah, we'll see you next time. Stay witchy. Stay bitchy. Have a good weekend. Bye.
Bye, witches.